looks a bit out of shape. Oh, he's lost it. Into the wall he goes.
The World Touring Masters is an enigma. Somehow a series that utilizes the mid-80s and early 90s Group A touring cars has developed a cult following, making the league a cornerstone to the Touring Pro Series. But what is it then that inspires such inspiration from its drivers? Is it the fact that the series is without the aero sophistication of modern racing, forcing drivers to skate on the limit? Maybe it's cars like the BMW 365i that challenges pilots to tame the beast of yesteryear. Maybe it challenges drivers to go beyond themselves, beyond what even their machine can handle. To push their ability, to hit that perfect corner, to become something more than themselves, to find something that can't be learned and can't be taught, something that can only be felt from corner to corner, from the rush to an apex, to some of the most legendary circuits man has ever built. Bathurst, Spa, Sebring. Or maybe it is the camaraderie that comes with driving the cars that modern racing was founded upon. Maybe it is the disappointment that comes from not reaching the machine's potential. To try so hard, to push for so much, and to still find yourself chasing the night. Maybe it's rivalry, competition, the chase for glory, and to fail. But to get back up again. To not stop pushing, no matter the odds. It's hard to define what makes World Touring Masters so special, so unique, but TPS Films is proud to present the WTM Season 3 Rewind, Showdown, on the mountain. In a day and age in sim racing when the hobby is being overrun with one-make championships, WTM sticks to its roots of challenging pilots to find the perfect machine that suits their ability and driving style. It is the driver that masters this very unique skill that hoists the title year after year. Take Season 2 winner Peter Duivelar, for example, who drove one of the most tactical championships in modern TPS, as the Dutchman won with his trusty Volvo, a car no other competitor chose, showing that any machine can win it, put in the right hands. Sadly, Duivelar opted not to defend his Season 2 title, meaning the search was on to find the next WTM champ.
There is the field. Lost a couple in the melee of going to the formation lap. Looks like there's only 39 drivers now rather than 43. The race is starting, unfortunately, and away they go. He's already around Eau Rouge. Look at the massive train of cars.
As the season gets underway, the leaders waste little time asserting their dominance on the field. Toby Davis has made good on his pole position by holding on to the lead, but soon, the action swings to midfield.
Oh, this is Oyala, Strauss and Dwight. This was the battle brewing, definitely. And now Strauss is trying to go on the inside of Dwight and Finance, but of course. Now Keithley and Simons are in massive slipstreams here. This is fantastic stuff. Now Keithley's trying to have a go at Ramo. Ramo trying to go defensive. Oh, Keithley went for it though. Keithley's going for it. Keithley's spinning. Keithley's out. Ramio's out. Oh, they're spinning round and round. Simons at the wall! Oh, the back into Simons! Oh, that's a huge impact! So the field makes his way around Puhon now. This is a very stressful time for me being the organiser and the commentator.
Surprise drivers like Tommy Ohala, Jay Adji, Eric Tveit, and William Levike had all made a run into the top 10. Meanwhile, the likes of Crooks, Berlacca, and even Jack Keithley had run into trouble. At the front, though, the question becomes which of the front runners has the better race strategy.
Just warming up their tyres, not trying to work them too hard. A couple of strategy plays happening here. Toby Davis is on mediums for the start of this race. What he intended to do with a pit stop in between. Toby Davis is on that strategy we're talking about, medium tyres. Into the pits has come Gregory Greaves, so Gregory has pitted. Toby Davis, fantastic result here, flashes his headlights in delight. It was a flawless performance.
The pecking order was set. Toby Davis, Chris Butcher, Gregory DeGrief, and Florian Strauss had all shown title contending form early, but oddly, Thalberg and Crook seemed to be lacking, finishing 6th and 11th to start off their campaigns, both from the Holden Commodore. But one thing was set in stone. This wasn't the Toby Davis of yesteryear. The Brit won Spa by an astounding 26 seconds, showing that perhaps for Season 3, no other driver was on Davis's level. The next round saw Davis take a similarly dominant victory at Sebring, giving him an iron grip on the championship.
Was I comfortable? I'm never comfortable in a TBS league. I know that they're all sort of a high standard, and there were some very good drivers there, but I did fancy my chances. I have to say it was my best opportunity, considering Dave Lauer and Crooks were both out of the season or in unfamiliar cars, and Crooks wasn't his same self. So obviously it was a little bit different from seasons gone by, and I thought, you know, I'm used to the car, used to the setups, and I knew what I was doing, so I was hopeful.
I thought it was over. I mean, you know, at that point, no one could really challenge him, and going into Virginia, I think everyone thought that it was Davis' championship to lose.
I think it's going to be a game changer this race here. You got a lot of backstories too leading into this race. You know, it could be Thalberg and DeGrief. It could be a good battle for the lead up front between the two of them. We know they can both race, and I know Gregory's got something to prove.
Here we go. Lights are about to
go out, and I think Sala was creeping on the line there, and a great start for Gregory de Grief. Tolborg comes back to second, Butcher and Davis all over him. Balaka's on the grass, and Sala's going down the inside of Strauss. Strauss is being squeezed between Balaka and Sala.
And now Tolborg is into the lead. Now can he defend and win this race?
Tolborg took the win at VIR, showing the form that had made him a two-time TPS champ, and over the course of the next 2 rounds at Salzburg Ring and Norris Ring, which consisted of 4 races, it'll be Tolborg, and not Davis, that would assert himself in the championship, taking 2 wins. Rasmus Salo and Chris Butcher would also take their first career TPS wins in that span. But heading into round 6 at Lusitana, TPS Magazine had caught on to the epic struggle that was forming between Davis and Tolborg, quickly dubbing the matchup one of the greatest title bouts in TPS history. In one corner, you had the scrappy Davis, a man that had tried and failed 2 seasons in a row to claim the WTM title, and in the other, you had Jasper Tolborg, TPS's beloved Iceman for his exploits in Race 07, but a man unproven on the grounds of rFactor. So the question became, who would hoist the Season 3 title?
The thing is, I always sort of thought Toby was going to win it in the end because I've been in WTM since Season 1 and he's always been up at the front and improving. So I kind of felt it was sort of Toby's season, actually.
It was really difficult because me and Toby had done a lot of practice for Lusitana, and we knew that the track was a real leveler. It was any car was good on it. So I mean, I was personally thinking whoever won that race was going to go on to win the championship.
Gap between in the championship hunt now is 7 points between Jesper and Toby, and for a win to a second is 10 points. So we could very well see whoever finishes ahead of the other. If Jesper finishes ahead of Toby, he will be leaving here with the championship lead.
Oh, Tolborg's been left on the grid! He's been left on the grid completely! Butcher and Davis are screaming away from him! Davis is being challenged by Butcher.
Tolborg's woeful start has cost him, allowing Davis, Butcher, Balaka, and Levick to get in front. With the championship on the pendulum, the top guns throw down for the lead.
Toby Davis reasserts his championship status as the leader and the one to beat. He takes his 3rd win of the season. That's his 1st win since the 2nd round at Sebring.
The fight was on. Toby Davis took an impressive win at Lusitano when he had to have it, but Jasper Tallberg had claimed 2nd, meaning Davis only extended his lead to a marginal 17 points. The title fight would then bound its way to and around the mysterious Potrero de los Fuentes, where the series will experience its first ever wet race. The round was expected to catch Jasper Tallberg's lumbering holding out, but instead the Dane rose to the occasion, managing 3rd place to Davis' 2nd, while William Levite took the win. Even still, Davis' championship gap had been extended even more, leaving the Brit in solid position to win his first TPS crown.
I think at this point it was pretty clear that Toby had already the championship wrapped up, and even Jesper said that it would be hard for him to win the championship. So obviously I was thinking that Toby would bring it home.
I mean, anything's possible at Bathurst. It's just such a crazy track. I mean, at that point, I really didn't sort of think, oh yeah, he's definitely got the championship, or the other one's definitely got the championship. I thought it's quite open.
Davis had a bit of a problem. In WTM Season 2, the Brit had a chance to win the title, but for the final round at Bathurst, he needed to win the race while Peter Dweebelaar finished no better than 6th. And through the first 9 laps of the event, everything had went to plan. Davis was leading comfortably, with Dweebelaar running in exactly 6th position. If things had stayed status quo, Davis would have claimed the Season 2 title. But the race leader outbraked himself going into the S's, and the crash would cripple his championship bid. What's more, in the virtual V8 2011 season finale, Davis again crashed into the S's, ending his race. Even still, heading into the WTM Season 3 finale, Davis insisted his past mistakes wouldn't phase him on race day.
Listen, I'm not scared of the corner. When it comes up to me, it's still just in any other corner, and if you face it any other way, then you can't be a racing driver. If you're scared of a corner, you can't be a racing driver. It's as simple as that. Imagine if Michael Schumacher turned in at Stowe every lap and panicked and thought, oh, I'm going to break my legs. It just doesn't happen, does it? You get over it.
And here we are at Bathurst. One final drive to cap off WTM Season 3. 2 names are the focus for the series finale here tonight. 2 men, Jesper Torborg and Toby Davis. In 2 hours, it will be decided. Waited all season for this. Field's about to take the lights for the final time.
Drivers are lined up, all fired up. Here we go, here we go.
Toby just needed a podium, and he had been on the podium in every race except one, so I was pretty much just minding my own business, trying to get a good start and then get away, basically.
Considering I knew my Bathurst pace from Season 2 was good, but then I saw Jesper's times on live races come up, and of course the early days of live races, and I knew that in that situation, with Jesper being so much quicker than me, being in the top 4 is not difficult, but I had to be 4th or better. It's not like Jesper would, it's not like Jesper would not win the race. He had that much extra pace, so Jesper is very good at Bathurst, and it's going to be difficult. I knew it was going to be difficult to get in front of him.
The situation was simple. If Tallberg won the race, Toby Davis could finish no worse than 3rd in order to win the championship. So with his season at stake, the championship leader goes for the title. Strauss not out of the picture, there weren't enough contending cars to bump Davis outside of the top 3, meaning it was a foregone conclusion that the Brit would win the championship. However, down in midfield, crucial finishing positions were being bought and paid for. Up at the front, Jasper Tallberg had pitted from the lead, surrendering his first position to the surging Davis. But in time, Tallberg would recapture his top spot once Davis pitted, but he still had no hope of the title. To win it, Tallberg would need a miracle.
Toby Davis is into the wall! Toby Davis!
Oh, you are joking me! You are joking me! Toby Davis, what are you doing?
In the same spot!
I cannot
and his
believe
clip
this.
is gone!
I
His clip-
cannot believe it.
Well, in all honesty, I just saw his car sliding, and it was like slow motion, and because I knew how hard Toby had worked for this, I was like, oh no, Toby, not again.
Toby crashed. I feel so sorry for that guy because he put like 1,000 laps. That's amazing dedication. So I really felt sorry.
And I felt really sorry for Toby because all the season he's done a really great job.
But at that point, because I was there the season before when he binned it as well, exactly the same corner. So it was sort of quite a bit of irony going on there.
I'm just so despondent at that point. I mean, Will, who'd only just joined THR at the time, was so happy, so elated to be fighting for a podium, and I couldn't deal with that kind of emotion at that point. It was just, I was so gutted, not because I'd lost, but because it didn't feel like it was 100% my fault. I could deal with losing. I'm not a sore loser. I can say, and I can still say to Jesper now, I mean, he deserved that championship because he got everything right.
Davis would DNF at Bathurst in one of the most heartfelt, emotionally charged moments in TPS history, and Tallberg and Davis' showdown on the mountain would instantly be labeled a classic event, one that would become the most suspenseful championship TPS had ever witnessed. In the end, Tallberg won Bathurst by a ridiculous 50-second margin, but he also claimed the Season 3 title by 74 points, while Davis took second. But a bit of controversy leaked out following the event, as during the post-race interviews, the Brit cited an equipment malfunction as the reason he lost control of his vehicle heading into the Essex. Many series pundits, including Ryan Collin, immediately refuted such claims as complete fabrications, but Davis insists otherwise.
Right, okay, well the story I told at the time, and the story I've told since and maintained, is that my chair broke. Well, that actually happened, and this is the first time I've released this on record. Basically, I took the wheels off my chair because it was ruining the floor at my university. It was actually breaking up the floor. And so I took the wheels off, and under each of the legs, to make it stable, because it was a bit wobbly, I put little orange Fanta caps, the bottle caps, underneath each leg to support it, and it keeps it stable, and they actually sort of slotted in the hole where the wheel supports go. And before every race, I check they're all stuck up there nice and even, and it gives me a stable platform to race from. On the lap in question where I crashed, one of them, because I was moving around trying to get a comfy position on the straight coming into turn 2. I go through the mountain section, come up to the S's, and obviously just must have shifted my position too much because one of the caps came out, tilted me backwards, and I thought the chair had broken, but it actually hadn't. So that's what happened. It's easier to say the chair broke rather than the orange Fanta cap that I used to use to keep the chair in position came out from its chair leg. But there you go. That's exactly what happened.
Toby is not the guy who makes up an excuse. It's kind of strange story and a bit funny too, but I think it's true.
But then I just sort of had to laugh as well because it was the same place as season 2. Yeah, but you've got to, haven't you? I mean, there's got to be a bit of humour involved.
What was that?
About battles, what? As
Well, yeah, I'm gonna lead you here. I'm gonna ask you some questions, but.
Oh yeah, I'm really fired up for this. Here we go. Here we go.
Just start recording.
And well, the answer is make sure your bottle caps are in the right position. That made perfect sense in my head, Danny.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, so.
Do you want me to answer the question a different way? Because I can do that.
No, this will make the bloopers, maybe.